afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. Columbus Blue Jackets training camp starts today at Nationwide Arena. Jackets play 4 games in 4 days, including 3 at home starting September 21st versus St. Louis. NFL tonight, Dolphins visit the Bills at 8:15. Coverage on the Fan starts at 8. In baseball, Cleveland and Detroit clash in Motown coming up at 1:10. A pair of aces battling Cleveland's Tanner Bybee and Detroit's Cy Young Award winner Tarek Skubal. Guardians 4.5 games behind the Tigers in the AL Central, 2.5 games out of the third AL wildcard spot. Cincinnati hosts the Chicago Cubs at 7:15. Hunter Green starts for the Reds against a Cubs starter yet to be announced. Reds 2 games out of the third NL wildcard spot, while Chicago punched its ticket to the postseason Wednesday. This update sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Enjoy rates lower than the national average, plus a special rate on balance transfers with a Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card.
It's time to add some spice to your nooner. Nooner funny. This is the place where big-time guests, bold opinions, and little cute doggies come together. This is Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus, the #1 rated windows and doors in Columbus.
All right, back at it, Rothman and Ice. 3-hour show stuffed into a 2-hour bag. We enjoy that. Got my man Dave Biddle back. Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you, Anthony. How you doing?
Outstanding. We got NFL picks against the number, floating around 500 this year so far, so we'll try to improve that. At 1:30, we've got a Gold Jacket Thursday. The big fella, Randall McDaniel, Hall of Fame guard, Vikes.
Oh, this is near and dear to your heart, my friend.
It is. And you know what? I'll bring it up now. I think they're the best team to never win a championship.
The 98 Vikes?
Yep. I think it's there are others.
Oh, maybe the Patriots.
Patriots, the one they lost to
the Giants when they were undefeated. But
the fact the Vikes didn't get a chance to play for it
right.
is amazing.
And they would have smoked.
And I'm going to have to bring it up to him. It's not like I don't want to bring it up that way. I mean, we're both in the same boat. You know, he played and I'm a fan and we both are heartbroken. So it's not that we're both members of the same club.
Just one of you was crying watching it on TV or maybe in person, and somebody was crying in the locker room afterward.
I do think, and I'll have to confirm this. So just to take you guys back in the Wayback Machine, the 98 Vikes scored like 550 points or something like that. Like they were the team. They played in a dome. Like they had a kicker, and we've had Morton Anderson on. This was Gary Anderson. No relation. Gary Anderson, I believe, was 39 for 39 that year. Now, that's when the extra point was nothing, but he was 39 of 39 from field goals. I do believe that the kick that he missed, the only kick he missed the entire season, was in the NFC Championship game that would have put us up 10 and iced the game, and I believe that was a 39-yarder. So I believe he had kicked 39 straight, and that was a 39-yarder, and he hooked it left in a dome, and then Atlanta went down, tied the game, and beat us in overtime. And I remember thinking that this will probably haunt them for a long, long time, and it has. Vikings have not played in a Super Bowl in almost 50 years. 1977. So we're getting close. But anyway, he'll come on. We'll talk some great memories as well.
Yeah,
we'll just bring him down into the...
There was just that one bad game that year. Yeah. Other than that team was awesome. I remember sitting there in my apartment at the time. I was in college at the time. I remember I was just like mouth agape that Anderson missed that field goal. Because you're right, he was perfect that entire year. And that was just a chip shot field goal for him.
Inside.
And I was like, I can't believe that just happened. And then the Dirty Birds go down and tie it. I still think the Vikings... I know the Broncos were great. They were back-to-back Super Bowl champs. But I still think the Vikings would have beat the Broncos if they were able to get there. Sorry, now I'm just twisting the knife. I'm just twisting the knife.
No, I'm quite over it.
I might have
I'm
this.
quite over it. Can't you tell? No, that's not.
I know, right?
That's not the season.
Joseph, come on! It is good!
Different one?
No, he missed it! Are you kidding me? He missed it right. He missed it right.
Oh, I thought he missed it left.
Oh.
Is that Blair Walsh?
Gosh, he called it good, and then oh, geez. That's the worst.
He missed it right.
Paul Allen?
Paul's on there.
Oh, I don't know. It just said Vikings missed field goal.
He just figured that it was. I mean, I can
I haven't
understand
watched it
You just
since.
assume it's
There
going to
are
go in.
multiple.
You know,
That's how I am with my sports teams.
I
If something
haven't
bad
watched
happens,
it
I'm like,
since. I thought he missed it left, but you're right. I guess he missed it.
Like, I don't think I've rewatched the 2006 national championship game where Urban Meyer, this young coach, were like, Jim Tressel's got an advantage.
Yeah.
I don't think I've still rewatched that game. I've seen the Ted Ginn touchdown, and then kind of went south after that. I'm the same way with you. I'm not one of these guys that wants to watch my teams lose like in historic fashion and rewatch it. No, I'm good. I watched it once.
The one you just talked about when Ginn scored a touchdown on the opening kick, I don't think that was the one. I thought he missed it left, not right.
Wait, what?
The one you played, that you thought you
Was
played
that
Gary Anderson's 98 miss?
That may have been Blair Walsh's against the Seahawks.
Yeah, that was the one that was the frozen brick that he had to kick, and the snap was bad, and that was the one that was like almost like a 20-yarder or something. That's
Yeah.
the one that Bud Grant went out in the short sleeve shirt to flip the coin when it was negative 30 or
That's
something.
back when you guys were playing in the Minnesota Golden Gopher
Yeah,
Stadium
that's
because
right.
the roof caved in.
Yeah. No, this was in the Metrodome. This was 98.
Yeah.
Gary Anderson's. So, because I'm like, when he said we missed it right.
So there's more than one.
No, but that's not a team that I was, married to that was going to win it all. This was the team. This is Randy Moss's rookie year. This was the team.
Cunningham had a phenomenal year.
Yeah.
Chris Carter, that was a great team. I was rooting for you guys that year.
The funny part I'll tell you an interesting part about the Ted Ginn run back against Florida. So Ohio State takes the opening kickoff back for a touchdown and loses the game. The Super Bowl, Bears Colts. Devin Hester returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown, and they lost the game.
Weeks later.
Just
a few weeks. Yeah.
In Miami, yeah.
What are the odds of that?
And then I remember when Saquon Barkley returned the opening touchdown against Ohio State in 2017 for a touchdown. I'm like, that kiss of death for Penn State. Now, Ohio State came back and won a thriller. J.T. Barrett turned into Joe Montana that day. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was the Ryan Day effect. But seriously, J.T. Barrett had a great game. But I remember when Saquon returned that for a touchdown, I'm like, that's the kiss of death. I guess maybe it was.
I was a freshman that year. I had season tickets. It was so packed, so busy that we missed the opening kick. I'm like, we missed 2 plays. It was a big deal. I look up at 7-0. And
That was a good play to miss if you're an Ohio State fan.
And of course it's Saquon. And of course it's him, the guy who everyone's talking about.
Best team to not win a championship. I think the Vikes are probably that team.
Brian Billick, the OC.
He was.
I agree with that. I think most people would say the Patriots just because they were undefeated in the regular season. I think that Vikings team actually was better. I think that is the best team to never
15-1.
I mean, they were they were just so good. You had the veteran in Chris Carter, you had the rookie in Randy Moss, 2 Hall of Famers.
Ironically, Randy goes to New England on that 07 team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So he's on both teams.
He's on both.
So
Because
when you get Randy Moss on the show, you'll have to ask him about, hey, so you're on the 2 teams.
And not only that, you guys can check this. I believe that Randy was on the rookie on the Vikes team that scored 550 some odd points. And I believe the Patriots broke the record of the Vikes, or I believe with Randy Moss with the Patriots for points in a season. And they were amazing.
They still would have won that Super Bowl. I mean, Brady almost hit Moss on that bomb late. I mean, that was a good I mean, geez, they still came close to pulling that out. But yeah.
The difference is no one's crying for the Patriots.
Nobody is crying for the Patriots. That's true.
You're right.
Yeah.
At the time, there have been some teams that have then since joined the list. But at the time, 98 Vikings were number 1, surpassed by 07 Patriots.
That's right. And Moss helped him do it.
Yeah.
He was, who knew? He was the curse.
The common denominator.
Actually, the Lions from last year, and it's different now because there's 17 games, but the Lions from last year have joined the party. So that 98 Vikings team is now, I'm seeing 7th place.
Okay. As far as points.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously different. I mean, we're talking 27 years ago.
07. Yeah, I mean, that's really impressive.
Yeah, the way they still ran the ball.
Yeah, and to no one's surprise, a lot of these teams are in the 2000s.
You know, this is, to tie it all together, I could actually make the case that the Miami Hurricanes, who the Buckeyes beat in 2002, was perhaps on that list of top 5 best teams to not win a championship.
Oh, we're doing college as well. Yeah,
Well, no, I'm just
what's
adding
interesting about
regular
that team,
teams.
because you had Larry Coker taking over. I mean, it was his second year, not his first year. He did win it the year, but I mean, he was left just an all-star team. Yeah, I mean, that would be a good one if we're counting college, because, I mean, Miami was an absolute dynasty. They were favored by what, Anthony? 12.5 points in that game at least?
I thought it was, I may have kicked it there. I thought I saw it originally at 14.5.
That's what I remember. It's 14. Yeah. No, I think it went down a little, maybe not all the way to 12.5. But yeah, that's a good call for
I told you
counting
the story
college.
of how I got there, right? How I got to the game.
I'm sure you've told me this. Yeah,
So-
but I forget.
So we all had our roles. I was in the studio with the late great Demetrius Stanley, and Clay Hall is our guy in the locker room, always on the scene, always in the epicenter of it.
Oh yeah.
And this was, I'd been at the station for since 94, so I'd been there almost 8 years. And I went up to the general manager and I said, "Listen, I don't think I've ever said this in my life." I said, I believe I have this coming to me. Like, I think I should, we need to go, we need to be there. Like, I need to be there. I need to go cover this game. Like, you know what? Again, I got the know your role speech. And I get that. You're in the studio. That is your role. Well, we had another guy in Ray Crawford. And I thought, well, why can't he be in the studio? And they said, we're not doing it. And so I went through the whole thing. I got an aunt and uncle that live in Phoenix. I can do it for free. I'll pay my own way. Bad precedent to set, but I was throwing out anything I could to get to this.
Management likes that.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have to pay for
I
you?
thought that would be,
there you go. That's a good card to
You
play.
work for free. Good to know.
Right, exactly. From now until the end of time, how much are you willing to pay to go to this game?
Right.
And so, but then I knew it wasn't going anywhere. And so we all had a meeting. It was the news director, the GM, Clay, and myself. We're up in the GM's office. Rarely would I ever go up there. It's upstairs. It's in a corner. It's not a place you really want to be. And so we're all in there. We're sitting around this little round table. And I dropped this line to him. I say, all right, well, I think it's pretty big. And I said, let's ask ourselves one question. What if they win? And they all looked at me like, what are you talking about? What do you mean, what if they win? I'm like, well, if they win, you can't cover it with one guy because we're going to be live right after the game, and Clay can't be physically in front of the TV camera and interviewing players on the field at the same time. It can't be done.
Not even Clay Hall could pull that off.
And they said, what if they win? And I remember, because you brought up the spread, and I remember I thought it was like 14, because that's what I said in the meeting. I'm like, listen, I know they're 2 touchdown underdogs, but, it's one game. What if they win?
I was assuming you'd miss an extra point when I said 12.5.
And they finally said, you know what? Let's think about it. And we flew out the morning of the game. We flew out at 6 a.m. flight out of Columbus. I don't know if we connected or not. Or maybe it was direct right to, I think America West was still flying then. Remember America West?
No.
Like America.
I don't
you guys
think I
remember
do.
America West Airlines?
I remember. I remember
Okay.
Northwest, U.S.
I think
Air.
there was an America West.
America
Yeah.
West. I'm not doubting you. I just don't remember that
So
one.
we flew direct. Dee and I flew, and I got like sick on the flight. And I was thinking, not like stomach flu sick, but like flu sick, like head, like fever. And I don't know, stressed, tired, whatever. And I'm breaking out in a cold sweat on the plane. And I'm like, this is going to come back to haunt me because if I can't work the game, and I just said, I got to be there. Like, this is one of those classic, you can't be sick. And I'm
trying to turn this into a vacation.
Right. Well, it did turn into a vacation. You know the best part of it? Since we left so late, we made the decision so late to go, we couldn't get back. There were no return flights right after the game. Everything was sold. So we got to stay in Phoenix for like 3 days, sitting at the pool, doing our reports from there.
Nice.
And it worked out great.
There's no flights back.
And
yeah.
I got to.
Okay.
Well, no, there weren't any flights. There weren't. And so, yeah.
That's what happens when they let AR schedule us
I'm
on
going to use
flights.
that from now on. That's a good idea.
Hey,
There are no flights back for like 3 days.
Burned. They're all gone. And so I'm on. So we get dropped off, and we took a cab to Tempe to Sun Devil Stadium, and we got on one of those little petty cabs where someone could just ride you around. And we dropped off at the wrong side of the stadium. We're both in suits. It's like 100 degrees. We walk all the way around to the other side of the stadium. I go up, and for the first half, my head is on that desk. Like, we're in an annex press box outside. We're not at the inside, which is good. Fresh air, needed it. And I got my head on that desk. I'm just guzzling waters throughout the whole first half of that game. And I got a second win, and things broke and went down on the field in the fourth quarter. And in that SI commemorative book, if you go to like the last page, the hardcover book with trends on it.
I have that at home.
So if you go to one of the pages in there of when Terry Porter throws the flag, you can see me like looking like this. I'm right there in the corner when he's throwing that flag.
That's awesome. I haven't broken that out in a while.
Yeah.
I'm going to check that out as soon as I'm going to bring it in tomorrow and have you sign it.
Bring it in.
Would that have been the first year of that stadium? Because the year before, Ohio State would have played Notre Dame outdoors in Arizona in the Fiesta Bowl.
We were outdoors in
it was
Sun Devil.
05, so like
they had that chain link fence.
It was their home
around
away from home, so they won the national. I'll never forget. Sun Devil Stadium is my favorite stadium ever. So they won it all in 2002 season against Miami. And then they went back the next year, played Kansas State, beat them in the Fiesta Bowl, and then 2 years after that against Notre Dame, 05, they beat Notre Dame in the Fiesta Bowl, and then the next year, 06, is when they moved to the spaceship in the middle of the desert in Glendale.
I love Sun Devil because it had literally a chain fence around. It was truly a cage match. The only thing missing was barbed wire.
And a beautiful setting. Too.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of championships, Will Howard on the fortune of being second fiddle. You'll hear it next. Rothman Ice and the Fan.
All the 10 TV people come over to our side of the building to take a deuce. That should tell you something about how we operate. The Fan.
Tailgate season is here, and if your grill makes you have to duck when you light it, it's time for an upgrade. Billiards Plus carries top-of-the-line grills that you can pass down to your kids and gifts the whole family will enjoy. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Common Man here for Hollywood Casino and the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Timmy, it's football season. That means winning and fun.
Oh, yeah. We have tailgate buffets for all of our watch parties. The 3 apps for $12 special. $25 Miller Lite buckets.
And don't forget the crab legs. That's extended through September.
So reserve a table at HollywoodColumbus.com.
And how about this for new members? Sign up for the rewards program on the Penn Play app. Get a $20 dining credit.
Then you get more crab legs.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, crab legs.
Crab leg problem? Call 1-800-CRAB-LEGS.
Hi, I'm Richard May for Toyota West. And with over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of 0 down and 0 payments until 2026. And every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. Offer expires 9/30. No payments for deferred payment. Interest accrues at time of inception with approved credit.
From sold-out stadiums under Friday night lights to more than 100,000 screaming fans on the banks of the Olentangy, America's football capital is right here in OHIO. But the greatest players and coaches of all time live in Canton at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It doesn't matter if you spend your Sundays yelling "Hoo Day" or barking like a dog from your seats in the pound. A trip to the Pro Football Hall of Fame should be on every fan's bucket list. Plan your trip at ProFootballHof.com. The Pro Football Hall of Fame. Ignite the passion, relive the glory.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
The Ohio Lottery's new $5 scratch-off Win Big has a top prize of $100,000. $100,000. And with the Ohio Lottery app, all non-winning tickets can be entered into a My Lotto Rewards second chance promotion to win Cleveland or Cincinnati football tickets or even a trip to football's biggest game. And that's more exhilarating than a cooler of sports drink dumped on you. So exhilarating. Win big from the Ohio Lottery. A celebration waiting to happen. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Got a teen athlete? Then you know putting in the hours is all part of the game. But did you know the same goes for learning how to drive? Because just like playing a sport, learning to drive takes practice. The only difference is the stakes are even higher. 50 hours of practice time driving with you? Worth every minute. Gear up at teachyourteentodrive.ohio.gov.
Join the Fan weeknights at 6 for the Buckeye Show. And if you're asking if it's just a bunch of homers rooting for all things Ohio State, yes, it is. Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes, the Fan, Ohio's sports destination. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Don't forget the sunglasses, and you'll want to have ways to stay cool. Yet again, we have plenty of sunshine today, light winds and highs getting into the upper 80s to right around 90 degrees. We'll get down into the 60s again tonight with mostly clear skies, and then we end the work week dry and sunny with daytime highs soaring into the low 90s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Anthony can follow direction very well, as long as he first prints out MapQuest. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
You know, I was thinking about that O2 commemorative hardback. If you probably look closely, you might see a little bit of vomit on my jacket. You never know.
I love how you toughed it out because you knew, like, you go to the boss.
Can you imagine?
Pound the table, like, I need to be there, and then they acquiesce, like, okay, you can go. And then you, like, miss the game because you're sick. Yeah, that would not have looked good.
It would.
And you
I think
toughed
that would
it
have
out.
been had to do it.
And they won. They won. You stunned them at the meeting. Well, what if Ohio State wins the game? And they're like, what? What are you talking about? They're 14-point underdogs or whatever it is. 12 and a half, 11.
So T and I were in front of the camera, and then Clay was out there interviewing guys, and we had people coming up to us. You know, Mayor Coleman at the time was out there and loving life, and we just had all these guests like popping up, and actually Richard Lewis was on the show back then.
The late great.
Yeah. What did you have, TLC?
All right, so we mentioned in the previous segment that 98 Vikings team we were talking about, one of the most high-flying offenses. They, at the time, were the all-time leading scorer per team for one individual season ever, since they were then passed by that 07 Patriots team, and now there are a bunch of teams in there. There is one team who is top 10 all-time in scoring offenses for a season. There is one team from the 80s. Do you need a hint as to which one it is, or does one team from the 80s jump to mind? And the reason I bring this up is because obviously with the new throwing era and different rules, now obviously there are a lot of 2000s teams at the top of this list, but there's one from the 80s in the top 10.
I know.
I have one in my mind. I wonder if we're thinking the same.
Yeah. Did the quarterback play college ball at Pitt? Is that the team you're thinking of in the 80s?
You're thinking a Dolphins team?
I'm thinking of Dan Marino and the Dolphins.
I'm thinking of... No, I was not thinking of that.
Because they got to that Super Bowl his second year, and he was setting records like out of the like he was just shattering passing records.
Probably correct.
And if not for that damn Joe Montana,
I was going with
two Super Bowls.
So the Art Monk team, the fun bunch of the Washington Redskins at the time, jumps out to me. That's my answer.
Mark Super Duper.
What year?
Oh, you must be right. You must be right. You must be right.
The year they lost the Super Bowl.
I was so confident too, Cole.
The Super Bowl year or the regular season year?
The year they lost the Super Bowl to.
It would have been probably the 84 Super Bowl.
Which would have been the 83 season.
Right.
When Marcus Allen did the,
he did the reverse
wheeled around and then bam.
Yeah. That's the one that jumps out.
He nailed it.
So that would have been
say,
nice job, Anthony.
Of the 80s, that was the second highest scoring offense.
Okay.
Would have been the 84 Dolphins.
That's right.
Okay,
I knew he was. I thought he was going to be right because of Maria. So who was the quarterback? Theismann?
Yeah, Theismann was the quarterback.
I guess so.
Yeah, for sure he was. Yeah.
All right, that's the one. Speaking of quarterbacks, this is on the Scarlet and Gray podcast, right?
No, I think they're the ones who shared it.
Okay. This was on Cam Hayward's deal?
Yeah, and I believe his is called Not Just Football.
All right, this is Will Howard talking about how fortunate it was that he technically was either second in line or late to the party, that he never really was going to be a Buckeye.
I thought I was going to end up at Notre Dame. And a lot of people don't know this. Like, this was very under wraps. But they ended up signing Riley right before I was about to commit. I was about to commit that day. Like, I called my agent, and he's like, sorry, buddy. Like, they just told me they took Riley. And I was like, what? Like, they weren't even talking about it. And so that pissed me off. And a lot of people didn't know that had happened going into the national championship. So I remember, the general manager was standing on the sideline right where we were warming up, and I was just staring daggers through him the whole warm-up. Like, I was pissed.
I love that.
Fun music at the end.
Maybe not the music, but I love that attitude. And Will Howard was just in his bag during that game, as the kids say. Like, how about that pass he threw over the middle for a first down, and he winks over at the sideline? He threw that pass to Emeka. It was a dime. Really tough pass to make. Man, okay, that makes a lot more sense now, because Will Howard did look like he had a different look in his eye. I thought it was just because it was the national championship game. He had extra motivation, though.
Okay, let me ask you guys this. And you may have a better connection to this, Dave. Was it reverse? Do you think that Riley chose Notre Dame over Ohio State? Was Ohio State in on Riley Leonard, or were they more in on Cam?
I have never heard that Ryan Day was in on Riley Leonard.
Okay.
I imagine he won, not that Will, because Will was a dual threat, not that Will is like, the ideal drop back passer, but he's more, definitely a better passer than Riley Leonard, certainly. And I would say Riley, even though Will Howard's a good runner, I would say Riley Leonard's a better runner than Will.
Yes.
Will definitely fits the Ryan Day offense better. So I had never heard that they were going after Riley Leonard. I did not hear that. So this sounds like Notre Dame wanted Will Howard, and then they found out they could get Riley Leonard, and they preferred Riley Leonard over Will Howard. Which, if you look back at that time, that's not like a egregious idea at the time. Maybe in retrospect, you'd say.
Does Ohio State win it with Riley Leonard?
I would say no. But I think because I know they won it with Will Howard. I saw some of the throws he had to make in the postseason. I'm serious. Like in regular season, I thought Will Howard had a good regular season. I thought he played great in the playoffs. I don't know if Riley Leonard could have done that, throwing the ball wise. Now, if he had Jeremiah Smith, who knows? Right?
What's funny is the build up to that game, because obviously, I mean, the amount of press that those guys had to do throughout the playoffs last year was insane. I remember someone locally asking Will Howard about that, like, hey, did you ever talk to Notre Dame in the portal? And he kind of downplayed it. I remember his answer leading up to that game was like, yeah, like a little bit, but by the time that I was even entertaining them, they were kind of already he made it sound like they were so far along with Riley Leonard that Notre Dame wasn't really a possibility. And so probably, didn't want to create a big story heading into the game. But it's interesting to hear this after the fact when the truth can kind of come out.
Unless this
is just was about to commit.
Unless this seems like it's a little more romantic for the story.
Oh, he's poured it on a little bit?
Like, this may be a little more, the other one may have been more true, and this one might be more fun. But it may be the opposite. The other part about it is, and this is probably the funny thing, I'm wondering if you beat Michigan with Leonard, but you win the Natty with Howard.
I think that's fair. especially with their game playing against Michigan.
Keep up with points against Michigan, and then he would have just probably broken some of those plays, and they probably do. I don't know. Who knows? The whole thing but we could all make the case that, well, I'm not going to make that case. Because I'm not in that camp of if you beat Michigan, maybe you don't win it all. I think you go to the Big Ten title game, you play Oregon, you get revenge on them there, you get a bye, you probably then you're cooking, you still have the confidence.
We'll never know. Yeah. I agree with you. But we'll never know. Yeah, if they beat Michigan, they already have the one loss against Oregon. Would they still win it all? I think so. But we'll never know. They had that come to Jesus moment. They had that. It was a team meeting +1.
Right? A players meeting.
With Ryan Day, as Bobby said, being the +1. Typically, it's either a full team meeting or it's a players-only meeting. It was the players plus Ryan Day. They all hashed it out, and then they went on an absolute historic run against 4 really good teams.
We'll come back in 2 minutes. NFL picks against the spread coming your way. Rothman and Ice in the Fan.
Wouldn't it be nice if you could dump all your problems on someone else's back? Well, when you wake up to a clogged drain, drain or a plumbing issue, make that Mr. Rooter's problem.
Call 855-MISTERS today or MrRooter.com.
Call Mr. Rooter. He'll be there quick.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Ford versus Ferrari. It's the ultimate showdown, and it's coming to Valley Ford of Columbus. Experience the thrill of Ford GTs and Ferraris for your up-close viewing at the Ultimate Car Show this Friday, September 19th from 6 to 9 p.m. Everyone's invited to marvel at these iconic machines and enjoy live music and food trucks. Show off your special car, too. All makes and models are welcome. Register at the show or online, valleyfordofcolumbus.com. It's the official dealership of Carnell Tate. Be there.
It's always a good day at the Nationwide Children's Hospital Championship, September 18th through 21st at the Scarlet Course. PGA Tour's rising stars compete, Hub 13 drink specials, and more. Get free tickets today at ncc-golf.com.
5 words no one wants to hear? You need a new roof. What do you do? Who do you call? How are you going to pay for it? Hey, it's Timmy Hall, and these are all questions that run through people's minds when they hear those 5 words. But if you pick up the phone and call Victor's Home Solutions, your new roof will be the easiest, most hassle-free home improvement project you'll ever do. Victor's has thousands of 5-star ratings for both customer service and high-quality installation. Plus, they offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. And since no one wants to pay these high interest rates for a limited time, Victor's is offering 5-year, no-interest financing with minimum monthly payments for qualified buyers. So if you need a new roof, don't stress. Victor's Home Solutions has your back. It starts with a free 21-point roof inspection. It assesses the exact condition of your roof and what needs to be done next. Set up your inspection today. 866-VICTORS. That's 866-VICTORS or online at victors.com.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Rothman and Ice, NFL picks.
Sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences, tickets, sideline passes, trips to a first-round postseason game, and more. Register today at roosterswings.com.
All right, TLC, lay them out for us.
Okay, well, the reason we do these on Thursday is because we have Thursday night football, and tonight's is Dolphins at Bills. Bills minus 11.5.
Your Honor.
I will go Dolphins. That's a lot of points. I know they struggle in Buffalo. That's just too many points. I'm going to take the Dolphins.
You know, the Dolphins have played this team meeting card last week, and McDaniel's desperate now. Are they going to fight for him, and will it matter? Tua's actually not very good. And Buffalo, this is going to be Josh Allen's night. I'm going to take the Bills at home. I think it sounds like a lot until it isn't.
I don't think Jim Nantz and Tony Romo were fully expecting to be calling a Jake Browning versus Carson Wentz game, but that's what they have, and you can watch it on 10 TV. Vikings minus 3 against the Bengals.
Weird, yeah. I think even Steelers-Pats would be better for them. Or even the afternoon game, like Chargers-Bronx would be better. Who knows? Yeah, it's not a great matchup. Jordan Mason should be able to run, but he doesn't have an offensive line either. These are two teams that it's probably an even matchup. I'm going to take the 3 in the Bengals. I think even if they lose, they'll keep it real close.
We're going reverse psychology with our teams here. Give me the Vikings minus 3.
Both just to spite each other.
No, I actually really do think this.
I really do think I think this is a toss-up game. The Vikings being at home, I like the Vikings in this one.
I like Browning's a little more, I think, smooth right now than I expect Carson Wentz to be. That's all.
He's laying on the reverse psychology thicker now. Do you see this?
I like Browning.
The Packers look like one of the best teams in the NFL to start the year, and they are 7.5-point favorites on the road in the dog pound.
I almost went Packers here because they're really good, but just that hook, I just think, the Browns can keep this 7 or under. I do think the Packers will win, but I think the Browns are going to keep this close. Give me the Browns plus 7.5.
Defense has been good.
They
ran out of gas last week. Well, they gave up 21 in the fourth. They had some bad mistakes. They're playing a good team. I really don't want to jump off the Packers train right now, but I think I'm going to do it with you. I'll take the Browns plus the 7.5.
Steelers are minus 1.5 in New England.
Still feeling weird about that pick that I just made.
Anytime you pick the Browns, you're like, oh, wait a minute. What did I just do?
Orange and fudge. Yeah, this will probably be a fairly high-scoring game, I think, the Steelers and Pats. It's weird because the Steelers just give up a lot of big plays. What's with your defense? Can you get it together a little bit?
I know.
Patriots are desperate. You guys are coming off a weird loss. Do you think the Patriots are going to get a win here? Like, it just feels that way to me. All right, I'll take New England. Give me the 1.5.
The Mike Vrabel Bowl. Mike Vrabel was a draft pick by the Steelers, of course, and, of course, made his hay with the Patriots, now the Patriots head coach. Man. Give me the Steelers minus 1.5. I think they're going to get it done.
Texans and Jaguars. Jaguars are -2, and if that's correct, the Texans are going to start the year 0-3.
Give me the Jags -2. I think they really should have beat the Bengals last week. And playing at home, if this game was in Houston, I would take the Texans. Home field sways it for me. Duval. Give me Jaguars laying the 2.
Boy, I like the Texans' defense, though. They failed me at the end there against Tampa, but they're still very good. But I worry about their O-line. I think the Jags have something. I've liked them this year to start, so I'll take Jacksonville along with you.
Colts -4 on the road in Nashville.
You know, the Colts, I think, are the first team in the Super Bowl era not to punt in their first 2 games. Wow. I think that's accurate.
Danny Dimes is real and spectacular.
Yeah, and he's never been that real and spectacular before, except maybe at the very beginning. But they've helped him on first down. They're converting third downs the way they never did with the Giants. Oh, man. All right. I'm going to take the Titans plus the 4. I think they keep it close and lose.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
Their running game gets going.
I think this is going to be a close game in the fourth quarter. I think the Colts are going to score a touchdown. I think they're going to win this by 7. So give me Colts. I think Daniel Jones, signing him 1 year, $14 million was a great signing by the Colts. Never thought I'd say that. Just seems like he's going to be the latest quarterback that was taken early in the draft. Everybody thought he was a bust. He gets a new life, and he becomes at least a solid NFL quarterback. I think the Colts will sign him to a long-term contract eventually. I think they have their quarterback. So give me the Colts -4.
Lot to consider with this one. Rams at Eagles. This is back-to-back pretty big games for the Eagles. Rams have to travel 3 time zones, though. Eagles -3.5 at home.
I don't like the hook here at all. It just feels like a field goal game. All right, so I'll take the Rams on the road.
Looking for revenge from that playoff loss. But all Jalen Hurts seems to do is win games. They got all the tush-push talk now going against them, so they'll run it a lot more.
They should run it on first down.
They just don't have a lot
5 yards on first down with the tush-push.
Yeah. Eagles are boring, man, but they don't mind being boring. But I'm with you. I think taking the Rams in the 3.5 is the right call.
Buccaneers -6.5 hosting Tyrod Taylor?
Yeah, that's right. Emotional win on a short week for Tampa. I like their defense at home against Tyrod and Breece Hall.
I'm with you. If this was 7.5, I'd have some trepidation. That 6.5, I like it. I think the Bucs are going to win this by 7.
I do worry a little bit of the Tampa's offensive linemen in this. They're missing a few guys here, and I love their running game with Irving and Rashad. So, but I'm going to take the Bucs minus the 6.5.
So will I. Bucs for me.
Raiders at Commanders. Commanders only 3.5-point favorites, depending on how you look at it.
And they have not looked, I mean, they were the breakout team of the NFL last year, at least one of them. They have not looked the same, but I think they're going to rebound this week. Raiders are probably better than people thought, but they're, I think they're going to be good at home this year, but not so much on the road is my take. Give me the Commanders laying the 3.5.
This is Marcus Mariota. Are we sure what's going on in this game?
I don't know.
Yeah. It's on the board, though.
Assume
You think Jaden's going to miss it? Yeah, he's got a sprained knee. I'm assuming he's likely to miss the game.
Does the spread
went down.
Make you think?
Yeah, spread went down. So I'm assuming that Mariota is going to be going. I don't know how he'll be against that defense. That secondary is not good. Short week, tough game against the Chargers. They're coming off of that. By the way, Genti's already complaining about not getting the ball enough. They didn't run the ball one time in the red zone, it felt like. It was weird. Boy, am I going to back Mariota laying 3.5? Yeah, I'll do it. Commanders.
So I think Fox has an extra game and kind of just created a broadcast booth. So Tim Brando and Matt Millen will be calling Falcons -5.5 on the road in Carolina.
Oh, wow. Am I first on this one? Give me, I'll take the Panthers at home. That's a lot of points for, I think, a decent Falcons team on the road, but give me the Panthers at home. I'll take the plus 5.5.
This is the final 1 o'clock game, so we'll pick this one, and then we'll do our late games at 2:15 today. Falcons, they didn't shock me. They shocked a lot of people when they beat the Vikes. Maybe because that pass rush was so good against our just paper bag offensive line. I don't like the fact that the Panthers starting center and their right guard are now on IR. I don't know how Bryce Young could come back behind that. It feels like they could cover this 5.5, but I'm gonna ride with the Falcons. I just think they're a better team, and I'll lay the points. All right, we'll lock those in. But you're right, Nance and Romo on Bengals Vikes.
Who doesn't want to see a Jake Browning versus Carson Wentz matchup, though? They know what's up.
I don't know how all this works, but I would think that, I don't know when they assigned this stuff, but you knew Burrow was hurt, so they could have done this and pivoted.
You think it's one of those things where they already had the assignment and they asked Nance and Romo, do you guys want us to switch it? And they're like, nah, don't worry about it. I bet it might have been a situation. I bet a guy don't you think a guy like, you would know more about this than me, a lot more. A guy like Nance probably has a rough schedule ahead of time where he kind of knows what he's doing. It's probably not week to week with a guy like Nance and Romo, who you're paying over 8 figures a year.
I just would think that he's out in Cali. He'd prefer Chargers against the Broncos at 4:05.
I mean, who doesn't want to see Minneapolis in September, though? These are your Vikings.
I think he'd also prefer to be on, I would think they'd want to be on the Steelers with Rodgers against the Pats. I think that'd be a much better game to have them on.
Maybe they already promised Ian Eagle and J.J. Watt that they could have that one. Yeah. I bet it was something like that where Nance and Romo could have switched if they wanted to. They're like, nah, forget it. Just leave Bengals at Vikings. We'll just take that one.
You seen those pictures of Watt and Eagle in the booth together where J.J. Watt looks like he could just bend down and eat him?
Jeez. I've never seen Ian Eagle in person, but I figured he wasn't a very huge man. Does a great job. I'll say when Noah Eagle first debuted,
his son too.
I was gonna say, I was like, oh geez, nepotism Hall of Fame, right? And then it took me 2 minutes to realize if his last name was Smith, this guy would be. Now, would he have gotten that break that early if he wasn't Ian Eagle's son? Maybe not, but Noah Eagle is really good.
He's not Jack Collinsworth.
No, I was going to say or Chris Sims, but I don't think Phil Sims is good either. That just runs in the family.
I actually thought Chris did a pretty good job on the Buckeye game Saturday night.
I did not. I strongly disagree.
It
with
was
you.
Outside of him calling Ryan Day Jason Day. I think everything was.
He also mentioned his NFL career.
Did he?
Multiple times. And I was like, that's the first time anybody ever has mentioned Chris Sims's NFL career multiple times. Even his mom, I think, doesn't mention his NFL career multiple times in the same setting.
I like Chris Collinsworth.
I love Chris Collinsworth. He's kind of goofy, but I love him.
Yeah, I don't understand why people don't like him. I know I'm biased because I'm a Bengals fan, but I've always liked Chris. And I used to listen to him when he was doing sports talk on 700 WLW in Cincinnati after he took over for Bob Trumpy. Yeah, I like Collinsworth, but a lot of people don't.
Another great announcer.
A lot of people don't like him.
I will say,
Collinsworth.
He, and it's not just him, Romo does the same thing. They're ultimate benefit of the doubt for any Mahomes coverage.
Yes.
Where if they overthrow somebody, it's impressive that they can even throw that far. Come on. He's ridiculous when it comes to Mahomes.
That's true. That is true.
Bob Trumpy and Don Crickey.
Oh, that was great.
We're a great broadcast team back in the day. We'll come back with a Buckeye Bulletin, and we'll hear from Brian Hartline on what he's doing during Improvement Week. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Winners of the prestigious Platinum Microphone Award every year, given to the best radio station in the world. No need to look it up. It's real. The Fan.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you're a sports card fan like me, you've got to check out Midwest Cards in the Arena District, right outside Nationwide Arena. These guys are true collectors themselves, and they've built a shop that lets you experience card collecting in a whole new way. They've got sealed boxes, packs, single cards, signed memorabilia, and plenty of TVs in their lounge. Yeah, they have a lounge. And don't forget the card bar, where you can open packs while you have an adult beverage. It's awesome. Stop by Midwest Cards today and tell them T-Bone sent you.
Nothing beats a cold one on game day. Lately, I've been grabbing Go Brewing. It's a non-alcoholic craft beer that actually tastes like beer, and you can snag it right now at Kroger in Columbus. Check it out next time you're in the beer aisle. Go Brewing at Kroger, and visit gobrewing.com/thefan for a special BOGO offer.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with AutoPay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 and monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
What John Smiley, Chairman and CEO, wants you to know about First Bank of Central Ohio.
Our competitive advantage is the number of years we've been in Central Ohio and the fact that we're able to make decisions here locally that make sense for the client. At the end of the day, it's the ability for us to say, okay, what can we do to make your banking easier for you?
Experience what it's like to be first at fbcentralohio.com. Member FDIC. An equal housing lender.
Get the MVP, more value price from Coughlin Ford. Lease a new 25 Ford Mustang, Escape, or Bronco Sport, $399 a month with 0 down. New 25 Bronco, Explorer, F-150, or Lightning, only $499 a month with 0 down. Visit our newest location in Marysville or CoughlinFord.com.
Coughlin has the car for you.
48 month lease, all factory rebates to dealer. 7,500 miles per year, 25 cents per mile over. Excludes $387 dock fee, $395 disposition fee at lease end. No security deposit. See dealer for details. Ends 9/30/25.
1-800-GOT-JUNK is your friend with the truck.
We make junk disappear.
All you have to do is point.
All our people are in uniforms.
And our trucks are clean and shiny.
And big.
We leave spaces empty and clean.
For you.
1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Would you enjoy watching a football game if the officials were paid a bonus for every flag they threw? Or a basketball game where the refs got paid for every foul they called? Okay, how about hiring a furnace and AC company that pays its technicians by the number of parts they can sell you? Hi, this is Dennis, president of Care Heating and Cooling, and today, this is how many companies operate. They call it performance pay, and it rewards technicians by paying them more for billing you more. Why is this bad? Because it abuses your trust in a technician to be treated fairly and honestly. At Care, we've been family-owned for 31 years and have always paid our technicians by the hour for repairs. We'll show you exactly what needs to be fixed and why, and give you our low upfront cost before we start. And unlike other companies, our technicians will never be rewarded for throwing more flags. Our Central Ohio-based staff is here for you 7 days a week. Care Heating and Cooling. Book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com or call us at 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Morning Juice, real football talk. Just two guys who aren't afraid to say what needs to be said.
And that's how she wrote. Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Now streaming mornings on YouTube and 10 TV Plus. Attack and dominate. It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky's Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, The Fan. Rothman Ice present Buckeye Bulletin.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another air conditioner breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day air installation.
All right, Buckeye Bulletin time. By the way, the postmaster was correct. One site had him at 11.5, Ohio State favorite at Washington a week from Saturday, and another site had him at 13.5. So,
way to go, postmaster!
It was all over it. Still picking up envelopes and dropping them off.
Is he still delivering mail?
He's delivering something. He's delivering something. All right. All right. Let's get to it. TLC, we're going to turn it over to you. This is Brian Hartline and a couple of the popular narratives this week.
Yeah, well, here's him talking about the quarterback.
He's done a great job.
I think that, you don't ever make assumptions. I don't think you're ever in a spot where like, okay, we can just do whatever we want now. We're very targeted with everything we do. We'll never make that assumption. I think he's grown and done a really good job. Definitely had some learning opportunities every week. So his ability to take that information and apply it will ultimately continue that growth. I would say that I'm really proud of him. I think he's doing a great job, but we're never going to take that assumption that we can just do whatever we want and put him in every situation we want. Always going to be targeted. Always going to continue to make sure the game plan is very clear and concise, and maybe not easy, but maybe simple, which is good. So we can play at a very, very high level. But yeah, I think we're taking the right steps. But again, we had a long road ahead. Again, we take retrospect to maybe where we were week 3 last year compared to where we finished. We just want to continue to stay on pace, continue to grow, and I think Julian's doing a great job individually.
It's an unbelievable job. They played Texas in week 1. We can argue whether Texas is as good as we thought they were, but they were a tough opponent that week. And I heard Urban Meyer talking about the best quarterback in the Big Ten is Dante Moore. And I'm not going to sit here and tell him he's wrong. Dante Moore's having a great year. But he's played Montana State, Oklahoma State, Northwestern. Now, yes, Julian got to play Grambling, but he is going toe-to-toe. He's got a couple more picks, and Dante Moore is electric, and he's great. But I think Julian, from my eyes, is it right now currently, I'm not stamping him, I'm not putting him in any Heisman talk, I'm not doing that. I'm just saying that he has exceeded my expectations on how he would play and how much they would trust him this early. All I kept hearing was routine play routinely. They trusted him in the Texas game a lot more than people want to admit. In the shadow of his own goal line, third downs, leading the game, 3rd and 3, where you would run it into the line, try to get a first down. If you don't, you punt it away. They didn't do that. Ryan Day and Brian Hartline have trusted him, and so far he is coming up aces. He's been that good. Yeah. Do I critique a 2nd and 5 against Grambling on a left hash throwing to a right pylon? Yeah, bad decision. OU, bad decision later in that game. But these are things you want him to learn. But right now, for me, I think he's even better than I thought he would be.
He's further along than I thought he would be, and the biggest thing is the poise. He got rattled a couple times, it seemed like, against Ohio University, which was a surprise because he never got rattled against Texas. His accuracy is elite, at least has the possibility to be elite. I would venture to say right now it's elite. He was 13 of 20 against Texas, a really good defense. And I do think Texas's offense was overrated. I do not think their defense is overrated. So he was 13 of 20, but that's with 4 drops. So really should have been 17 of 20. But again, Anthony, I think his poise says a lot to me for a redshirt freshman. He never looked rattled in that opener against Texas.
All right, here we go. We got how does Brandon Innes factor into the mix?
Whatever his job description is done at a high level. So, again, as we're being multiple, as we talk about the tight ends, as we talk about Brandon, I mean, he's able to do a lot of different things. So his role is going to change constantly based on defenses and what they do. But anything we ask him to do, he does at a high level. So I'm not really concerned about the job description as it is just, where does he fit this week and in weeks moving forward, and then how defenses want to account for him. So the tool sets are vast. How we want to use him is probably what's going to change the most, week to week. But he's done a great job.
Yeah, Brian Hartline was asked basically, a question: can a receiver not have a reception and still have a good game? And he said yes. He used a really good analogy, Anthony. He said, yeah, think about like a basketball player that doesn't score or doesn't score much. Maybe he gets a bucket or two, but he's out there. He's playing great defense. He's not turning the ball over. He's got a lot of assists. He's doing everything else well. Yeah, you can be a good basketball player, have a good game, and not score. Yeah, you can be a good wide receiver and have a good game if you don't have any missed assignments. It's not your fault that the ball's not coming your way. Are you blocking well? So, yeah, obviously it's weird to say, wait, a wide receiver had a good game with 0 receptions? But, yeah, if he's doing everything else well, you can do that.
And I think that Brian Hartline is trying to say also, forget about him at your own peril. Like, meaning if he becomes the forgotten man or he becomes the open man on any week, he will be able to come through for us and make an impact, whether he did on special teams last week or now. I'm not going to absolve him of the drop against Texas. The refs did that based on there was a face mask on the play. But saying drop that right in the bucket to him, and he dropped it. He did. But I do believe that he is going to be a very good player for them. And he may be one of those guys that's forced to be bigger than he is right now, based on what defenses try to do to Ohio State later in the year, or when they're playing maybe a better team. He's been around, what is this, third year in the program, I believe, already. And so he's one of those that you want him on the roster for sure. And like you say, they're counting on him to do all the stuff that we're not going to talk about on a week-to-week basis. But I'll wait and see. I'll reserve judgment on whether he can make the big play in the big moment. But right now, it's good to know that Brian Hartline feels like he's got a pretty versatile player.
And I really hope this was the first question asked just because of our conversation yesterday. How do you fix the red zone struggles?
Combination of everything that Coach already hit on, right? So execution is part of it, but putting guys in right positions to make plays is another part of it. So we all own it as a group. We definitely want to score every time we get down there, that's for sure. But there was learning opportunities, too. I think there was different opportunities for the quarterback to see things a little different things for us to make plays on the perimeter, but also even in protection. So everyone had their own little growth opportunity, and myself too, putting those guys in the right spots to make sure that we can execute at a high level. Obviously, every time we be in the red zone, the expectation is to score touchdowns, both from the outside world and this building. So anytime we're not doing that, we're always looking for ways to enhance and do it at a more consistent level. So that was probably one of our first opportunities where it didn't go the way we wanted it to go, and that's a great chance to get a little better.
They had it early in the game last week. Sayin missed his guy in the flat, and then when he breaks out, give it to the Bobcats. They tripped him up and got him. So it's simple to talk about protection and putting guys in the right places, but give the defense a little credit. They've bowed up when Ohio State's gotten in there, and this is part of the evolution of a young quarterback on a big play when you got an all-or-nothing play in the red zone on a fourth down. But, yeah, I have confidence that they'll be scoring in the red zone sooner rather than later.
I'm with you.
All right, that is today's Buckeye Bulletin. We'll come back with a deep dive, and we'll play a little game called Real or Fake. We're talking sports. Rothman Ice on the Fan.
Catch T-Bone and Tyvis weekday mornings from 6 to 9. If you're not completely satisfied, we'll rewind time and erase your brain. For real, the Fan.
I have a buddy who's going to be popping the question soon. He's planning everything out. He asked me, can you help me out with the ring? I said, of course I can. I've got a guy, Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Now you talk, Bob.
Hi, I'm Bob Capace. I'm your guy.
Go in, see my friends at Worthington Jewelers, tell them I sent you, and you'll get the true VIP experience.
I'll treat them better than I treat you.
That's not hard. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com, where Columbus gets engaged. And tell them Common Man sent you.
It's always a good day at the Nationwide Children's Hospital Championship. September 18th through 21st at the Scarlet Course. PGA Tour's rising stars compete, Pub 13 drink specials, and more. Get free tickets today at ncc-golf.com.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus. It's fall or autumn, as the losers like to say. What does that mean in the car world? That means places like Jermaine Lexus want to clear out all of their 2025 inventory to make room for the 2026 models. And for you, the customer, that means big savings. Take advantage of their lack of space with aggressive pricing. They also have plenty of L-certified vehicles on the lot for the fall collection sales event. If you're in the market, please stop in and see my friends. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton, JermaineLexus.com.
It's the Ohio Lottery's all-new 520 or $100 scratch-off. With 3 simple cash prizes, it'll have you saying, wow, that's what I call winning. With tracks like... and the anthem celebrating the first of its kind $2 ticket. The 520 or $100 scratch-off is an absolute hit. Ohio Lotto's got the good. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with a team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
1877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better, you've earned it.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Oven-baked French toast, hot, melty cheese, and meat, and meat, and meat. Introducing UDF's new 3-meat French toast sandwich, piled with bacon, sausage, and Canadian bacon. United Dairy Farmers, mornings made for you.
Another reason to choose Hinderer Motor Company for your next vehicle. This is Justin Hinderer. Every vehicle comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty, award-winning service, and our exclusive Carvenience. We pick up your vehicle, service it, and return it so you save time and enjoy peace of mind. That's Carvenience. At Hinderer Motor Company, we take care of everything so you can drive worry-free. See why we're the best choice for your next new or used car by visiting HindererMotorCompany.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. Baseball today from Comerica Park in Detroit. Tigers lead the Guardians 1-0 in the bottom of the third on a Colt Keith RBI double in the last of the second. Tonight, Cincinnati hosts the Chicago Cubs at 7:15. Hunter Green starts for the Reds, who are 2 games out of the third NL wildcard spot. Thursday night football, Dolphins visit the Bills at 8:15. Hear it on the fan, starting at 8. Columbus Blue Jackets training camp starts today at Nationwide Arena. Columbus opens the preseason at home versus St. Louis September 21st. MLS last night, Columbus Crew fell 3-2 to New York City FC from Yankee Stadium. Crew are 7th in the Eastern Conference table at 13-10-7. This update is sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union, voted best credit union for the past 7 years in a row by C-Bus Top Picks. Visit BMIFCU.org to learn more. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Most shows just skim the surface, but Rothman and Ice feel like the biggest story of the day deserves a closer look. It's time for a deeper dive.
Sponsored by Low T Center. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Final hour of the program, Rothman and Ice. Anthony Rothman, Dave Biddle, the loose cannon at the controls. Randall McDaniel, Hall of Fame guard from the Vikes, 2:30 for a gold jacket Thursday. And tonight, we were just talking during the break, can McDaniel survive a close loss tonight? I would say yes. He can't get embarrassed tonight. I mean, I'm not telling you they're gonna fire him. It feels like that would be the favorite, though. If they get their doors blown off in Buffalo tonight, there's no shame in losing to Buffalo on the road. But it just feels like that team, they've already had the players meeting. They're supposed to get, who's coming back tonight for them? There's somebody that I was thinking that maybe had been out, but maybe I'm wrong.
Offensive player? Because I know. Okay, defensive
Waddle's
guy?
fine. He's been okay.
Yeah,
I assume.
Okay. All right. Well, either way, this is going to be a very tough game for them to win. Dave and I just talked about what's the safe bet, and we'll do that in a minute. But I think if you paired the Bills on the money line with some other stuff just to kind of get through, I think that'd be fine. Although you like teasing Miami up, that they would play this game as a divisional game at 0-2, desperation, coach perhaps in the chopping block. You tease them up to like 17.5. That may be a better play. 14.5.
Yeah, I'd go. Yeah, because I do think if I had to bet on this game just as is, the point spread as is, which is 11.5,
which we did.
I would take Miami, but I definitely wouldn't put real money. But if I had to, I would take Miami because that's a lot of points. But yeah, if I was really betting on it, I would take that up to 14.5 Miami because I do think they're going to rebound to an extent, but I could see Buffalo getting like a late touchdown or something like that to ruin it for you if you took Miami 11.5. I do think Buffalo's going to win, but I think Miami's going to keep this relatively close.
Short week. Dolphins showed some life.
Now or never type of thing, Our backs are against the wall.
They are currently, we would say that they are currently the worst team in the NFL, correct? They have talent. But as a team, they are the worst team right now.
I think the Saints are the worst team. Am I out to lunch on that? I think that when we look back on it, I think the Saints might be the worst team.
Right now, currently.
If the Dolphins and Saints were playing like a football game tonight, I would take the Dolphins. If it was a neutral field. Not that I'm a Tua fan, but I think he's better than Spencer Rattler.
Anthony Weaver, defensive coordinator, interviewed for the head coaching jobs in Chicago and New Orleans earlier this year. He would probably be the guy if the Bills blow their doors off tonight. Or they may just call off the dogs if they get to a big lead. But
how fast things change in sports. Yeah. Mike McDaniel was like the flavor of the week not too long ago, right? Now he's like...
He was the Wonder Boy.
We're saying like after 2 weeks, is he going to get fired? Or 3 weeks, I guess it would be. Yeah, and it's a legit... Because when you start off 0-2... and you look bad, and then you have the meeting. And if you get blown out, even when you're 11.5 point dog, you get blown out on national TV and embarrass the owner, embarrass the front office. That's how a coach can get canned after 3 games. I don't think he will. I think they're going to keep it at least close enough where they're not going to get embarrassed. We'll see what happens.
I'll play it out both ways. If they get embarrassed, they don't play till Monday night, a week from Monday, against the Jets at home. I feel like if they were going to make a switch and fire him and put in an interim dude, the guy I mentioned, they would do it after this game. They would. They'd have enough time. They'd have 11 days with a home game, same time zone, coming back home. They would do it. All right, TLC created a game called Real or Fake. I wasn't really sure what he was referring to, but you never know.
Seinfeld episode, I think.
Who was that actress who we just saw on TV?
Lois Lane?
No.
Terry Hatcher?
Terry Hatcher.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
I looked at him.
I
Terry
thought
Hatcher
she was like one of the hottest of Jerry's girlfriends, of his many in that show. And I did not know who that was until AR and I saw her on whatever was running up in the TVs back here. I had never heard of her.
Didn't she play Lois Lane in that TV?
She did.
Yeah, in that TV series, Superman, yes. Terry Hatcher, yes.
I would say, so I had to tell him about a show when I was working at Channel 6. We were the ABC affiliate, and there was a show that came on the air that was pretty risque at the time. It was called Desperate Housewives, and she was on it. She was one of them. And that's when, I don't know if she probably was skyrocketed even before that, but that was a big get. Getting back to Seinfeld, if you're going to rank that, I would go with Nikki, the girl that could get out of the speeding tickets and stuff.
Prince did a song about her.
Of Jerry's girlfriends.
Yes.
And I can't remember all of them right now, but I would rank Nikki a higher than
Darling
Terry
Nikki.
Hatcher.
Yeah, I mean, he had a lot of, I remember thinking at the time, like, he thinks a lot of himself, doesn't he? And he's like, you look at his real life girlfriends and
Don't
now
you
wife.
think
Seinfeld did pretty well for himself.
Don't you think Adam Sandler does the same thing in his movies? He's the likable, down to earth, and every co-host gets some girl to fall in love with him, or there's a romantic interest in Sandler's movies.
It's always Drew Barrymore, too.
He's had, yes.
Or it's Pete Sampras's wife, one of the two.
That's right. I feel like Sandler overplays his co-host, but he does it because he's so likable. And
Yes.
so it makes sense to us that he's the likable, nice guy that he's usually going up against the rich jerk, and he gets the better-looking girl.
Yeah, because Wedding Singer is a perfect example of that. Julia Gulia.
Yes.
Her name's going to be Julia Gulia?
All right. I don't know how we got down that rabbit hole, but don't you guys think that Adam Sandler does that a lot?
Yeah, but I think Seinfeld was the king of it, though, because he would. I mean, and I've seen the list of like careers that were launched because of that. Like Terry Hatcher's a good example. Now she might have ended up being like a famous actress, regardless. But Seinfeld helped launch a lot of. I mean, Courtney Cox was already kind of known. She was another one.
I mean, Santa's with Jennifer Aniston in a movie. There are a lot of them. I didn't put Drew Barrymore in it, but
probably gave a lot of goofy dudes around America a lot of false hope about what kind of girlfriends that they were going to be getting.
Yeah, he plays kind of the dumb, lovable guy that gets the most unbelievable good-looking girl in a lot of his movies. It's crazy, which got me into the real or fake conversation. We're going to do that next, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell the folks what is real or fake?
All right, so we got 10 undefeateds in the NFL, and we got 10 winless teams in the NFL. And so I'll just run through a few teams or some that catch our eye that maybe a couple weeks ago would have surprised us. And basically, this is a litmus test, like, are you believing yet? For example, the Colts being 2-0. Do you think that's real or do you think that's fake?
All right, we won't answer that right now. How much, this is more of a tell the truth, how much are you guys secretly hoping that the Giants beat the Chiefs so the guy that we played yesterday from New York can be so wrong about the conspiracy that the league will not let them go 0-3? How much are you now? I wasn't before, but I kind of am now.
That would be funny.
I'm not rooting truly against the Chiefs, but I think I am now because of his take.
I think that would create a lot of problems. Because first of all, with the Chiefs, it's like, wait, are they actually bad? That would be interesting. I also think it would kind of in a backwards way create a problem with the Giants because I feel like Giants fans are just mentally in Jackson Dart mode. And with the performance that Russell Wilson put together last week, it'd be like, do we have to keep playing Russell Wilson? Like, even if he's successful, it's almost like successful in spite.
You guys ready for this? So I knew there'd be rankings of Seinfeld girlfriends. I knew it. And I Googled it. And there's plenty of sites. One of them is called Ranker. They rank them from 1 to 48. 1 through 48 in order. That reminds me of the Chris Vanini from The Athletic who ranks all of the college football teams 1 through 136. I'm like, how do you even do that? 1 through 48. Anthony, your girl is
Where's Nikki?
third.
Dylan
second. Second. They went with Real and Spectacular 1. They went with Nikki 2.
Terry Hatcher 1. Okay.
Terry Hatcher 1. Nikki 2. Hallie 3. And then Ellen 4. Ellen is the one that looks like the girl from Brady Bunch.
Oh, Ben Stiller's wife.
Yes, exactly.
Christine Taylor.
Yes.
Okay.
That's her, yes. That was the Van Buren Boys episode.
Where's Dolores on the list?
Jacob Reimer just texted me and said, bonk, my goodness, you are horny.
Elaine is 10th on the list.
Thank you for listening. I said Reimer texted me that.
I know, but
Rhyme time.
You'll have to, explain that to me. Explain the text to me.
Just because I was saying how much I love Terry Hatcher.
I see. Okay.
Well, Courtney Cox came in 12th. Lori Loughlin.
Did you say Elaine was 10th?
Elaine's 10th. How about this? Lori Loughlin. I forgot about that. Patty is 11th. And then Merrill, which was Courtney Cox, is 12th.
I believe that Lori Loughlin should be higher on the list.
I will always agree with things like that.
Yeah. By the way, the ranker that you're talking about, there's also a ranker for all the love interest in Adam Sandler movies ranked as well.
Does it go to 48?
So I think we're on the right.
Julie Bowen on
I think we're on the right. Well, she's probably, I don't know. There's several pages of this. But Julie Bowen from Happy Gilmore who played Virginia Venet, would you like to guess where she's ranked?
Oh, man. I wouldn't even know.
4th.
She's ranked 5th.
I'm in the ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
Who's number 1?
Number 1 is
Jennifer Aniston.
I don't even know. Oh, in Grown Ups. She played Roxanne, and I don't remember the actress's name. And then in Click, That girl's ranked 2. And
Salma Hayek.
Oh, is Salma Hayek the one?
Yeah.
Okay, so Salma Hayek's ranked 1.
No kidding.
I don't know who played Donna in Click. Because he plays the dorky, adorable, this whole thing. It's everything. It's his
Kate Beckinsale.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Who was also in Serendipity with John Cusack. All right. We'll get to your real or fake next. And the stat that might convince Dave that the Bills are definitely going to win. Rothman and Ice in the Fan.
We have so many local shows, I can't fit them in a 10-second promo. So let's just say we're live and local all damn day. The Fan.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus. It's fall or autumn, as the losers like to say. What does that mean in the car world? That means places like Jermaine Lexus want to clear out all of their 2025 inventory to make room for the 2026 models. And for you, the customer, that means big savings. Take advantage of their lack of space with aggressive pricing. They also have plenty of L-certified vehicles on the lot for the fall collection sales event. If you're in the market, please stop in and see my friends. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton. JermaineLexus.com.
Hey, it's Timmy Hall. Looky here, guys. The Grove City Smokin' Hot Wing and Music Fest is back for year 3, Saturday, October 4th at American Nitro. I'm excited. We're talking cold beer, killer wings, live music all day, football on the big screen. It all supports Ghosts of War, helping veterans in need. So veterans and military, you're in free, baby. Get your tickets at AmericanNitro.com/wingfest. Brought to you by The Fan, Columbus Chamber, Martin Painting, T-Mobile, and Greenscapes. Wingfest, flavor, fun, and football. What more do you need?
The Waterworks techs have heard it all. Screeching furnaces, dripping pipes, strangled garbage disposals, overflowing toilets. Did a spooky surprise catch you off guard? Who are you gonna call?
No, not them. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222. We provide better care, better value, better results, and we'll take on any drain or heating and cooling nightmare to come your way. Happy Hallow Waterworks.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Nothing beats a cold beer on game day, but sometimes you've still got things to do. Hey guys, Eric Reeser here. It's why I've been grabbing Go Brewing, award-winning non-alcoholic beer that actually tastes like beer. Good news, Go Brewing is now available at Kroger. Grab a 6-pack of their tropical IPA in the beer aisle next time you're there.
Back to work, school, it's all happening. It's real life. Routine shouldn't be a bad word. How about winning rhythm? Losing weight every week with Awaken 180 and looking forward each day in every weigh-in. Fast results online at awaken180weightloss.com.
The Ohio Lottery's new $5 scratch-off Win Big has a top prize of $100,000. And with the Ohio Lottery app, all non-winning tickets can be entered into a My Lotto Rewards second chance promotion to win Cleveland or Cincinnati football tickets or even a trip to football's biggest game. And that's more exhilarating than a cooler of sports drink dumped on you. So exhilarating. Win big from the Ohio Lottery. A celebration waiting to happen. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Imagine what it would feel like getting tackled head-on by a 240-pound linebacker. You'd be in serious pain, right? But if you're unbuckled in a car crash, at just 50 miles an hour, you become a deadly projectile that can slam into other passengers with 8 times that amount of force. Don't let someone else take the hit. Buckle up and visit buckleup.ohio.gov to learn more. Brought to you by ODOT and ODPS.
A Attack and dominate. Morning Juice is on YouTube and 10 TV Plus.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Join Bobby Carpenter and Tito weekdays starting at 6 or watch on demand. More Bobby, less commercials. The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Don't forget the sunglasses, and you'll want to have ways to stay cool. Yet again, we have plenty of sunshine today, light winds and highs getting into the upper 80s to right around 90 degrees. We'll get down into the 60s again tonight with mostly clear skies, and then we end the work week dry and sunny with daytime highs soaring into the low 90s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present Free Snap Leads.
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF. Or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
All right, Bet365 time, because at Bet365, they don't do ordinary, and it's an unbelievable deal because any new Bet365 customer bets $5 and gets $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. Turn that into something great. $200 in bonus bets, $5. Download the app, see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. All right, so I'm going to play the game within the game tonight. Josh Allen's never lost on Thursday night, 7-0. I'm going to take him over 266.5 rushing and passing yards combined. Over 266.5. I'm also going to take the Bills on the money line and pair that with James Cook with at least 20 receiving yards and get me to a little plus 200. Those are my bets.
I like Khalil Shakir over 42.5 receiving yards. I'm surprised that it's that low.
He didn't do much last week.
That's why I like these bounce back. Like if somebody has like a crazy game one week, I'm probably not doing any prop bets. But he's a good receiver. He had a really good year last year. Seems like a low number to me, 42.5. So give me Shakir over 42.5 receiving yards. You're getting minus 112 value on that. Bet365.
Now, don't forget, on Thursday nights on Bet365, you'll get a $10 safety net bet. So, no worries if you don't pick it correctly. Sunday Night Football, get a piece of that $365,000 jackpot. You can place a $10 bet on the first touchdown score, and then you get a split of that $365K in bonus bets if your player scores the final touchdown of the game. So, it's a fun little payout there. Monday night, they get the 50% super profit boost token on single game parlays. They got it going. And then the other thing is, and this could be big for tonight, possible, you get instant payout if the team you bet on goes up 17, even if they lose. Now, I don't expect Buffalo to go up 17 and lose, but you could see a case where the game got close, you'd be sweating it out, but if they go up 17, you get a green check mark and the money's paid. Then you don't have to worry about it. All right, so get after it on Bet365 and download the app now. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER, 21 or older. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply, in-app only.
And may the odds be ever in your favor.
All right, let's continue on our picks. This starts TLC with the 4:05 game.
Yes, it does. We are now on the 4 o'clock slate. Broncos at Chargers. Chargers -3.
I'll take the Chargers. They've been really good. I just think at home I'll take them. I know that it's not a huge home field advantage there, sharing that stadium with the Rams. The Rams tend to draw better than the Chargers, but give me the Chargers laying the 3.
Boy, Herbert looked good, but they only scored 20 against the Raiders. And so if I'm getting 3 with the Bronx and the defense that I know underwhelmed last week, but I'm going to take the 3. This is a toss-up game for me, even on the road. I like the 3 in the Bronx.
Saints at Seattle. Seattle 7.5-point favorites at home.
Seattle's defense is pressuring the quarterback. Last time I checked, New Orleans really doesn't have a great quarterback. This could be a double whammy. Darnold at home. I'm going to lay the lumber. That hook might get me, but I don't think it will. I'm going to take the Seahawks.
I'm with you. I said earlier, I think the Saints are the worst team in the entire NFL, and you're right. That hook does give me a little pause, Anthony, but give me Seahawks -7.5 at home.
All right, so here's the game that is marred with controversy. Cowboys -1 in Chicago. Burkhardt and Brady on the call. Guess who the Bears play next week? The Raiders. So there's your conflict of interest.
Give me the Bears to get off the schneid and get the first win for Ben Johnson at home. Give me the Bears. And it's Bears getting +1, so yeah, give me the Bears.
It's a weird line.
It
it's a pick-em line.
Right.
Who knows what to do here? Just pick a winner in this game. You figure the Bears have to. They're desperate, too. This is their season. They have to win. So, boy, Cowboys needed the 64-yarder. Send the game into overtime. You know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm going to take the Cowboys. Dak's been playing well. Coin flip game. Give me the boys.
So the first matchup of undefeateds that we had was Rams at Eagles. The second matchup of undefeateds that we have this week, Cardinals at 49ers. San Fran, 2.5.
Boy, Mac Jones getting another start, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Got the job done last week.
Purdy was practicing a little bit yesterday, I heard. This feels like you could pick the upset in this game and not feel that concerned about it. Try to get the value on it. There's certainly no value on that line to take the Cardinals because it's under 3. So I'm going to take San Fran at home.
Same reasoning for me, too. If that was 3.5, I don't know what I would do. 2.5, I've circled the 49ers. Give me the 49ers at home, -2.5.
Sunday night, we got Chiefs -6 against the Giants.
This makes no sense.
Is the NFL behind this one?
I'm taking the Giants to cover. I'm taking the Giants to cover this one at home. The Chiefs just have not looked good.
Played two really good teams, though.
They have. And last I checked, their quarterback's pretty good and their head coach.
That's it.
Yeah. But, I mean, I wouldn't pick them on the money line here, but.
The reason everyone is, and I understand this, the reason that this has become such a story is because they were so good at winning close games. And all of a sudden, they're not. And that's an identity thing. It doesn't make them bad. It just makes them gettable. And I just don't think they're gettable against the Giants. But the Giants, what do they have to lose? They're going to sling it all over the place. And just because I want to lean more into the non-conspiracy of it, I'm going to take the Giants in the 6 to keep it close. But I do think the Chiefs win.
And we don't have to worry about this right now, but any thoughts on Lions at Ravens Monday Night Football? 4.5 currently.
Baltimore is not the Bears, even though I do like the Lions. I just think the Lions are a different beast outside. And on the road against Baltimore, my gut is, although they're scoring now, they feel a little better about themselves. My gut is it's a really good game, and I would take the 4.5 today. If I had to pick it today, I'd probably take 4.5 because it's a fairly, I think there's good value on that across the key number. But, yeah, I think in that game I would take the 4.5.
Yeah, I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to lay the 4.5. The Ravens playing at home Monday night, coming off a tough loss. I think the Ravens are going to win that game by 5 or more, so give me the Ravens.
All right, my man. We come back in 2 minutes with Randall McDaniel, the Pro Football Hall of Fame guard from the Vikes. And he was the man who was clearing the lanes for perhaps the best team in history that didn't win a championship. That's in 2 minutes. Rothman Ice on the Fan.
Looking to get your roof or siding replaced this fall? Call the company that delivers an excellent customer experience every time. Newman Roofing. Don't wait. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. PNCs apply. In-app only.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Ford versus Ferrari. It's the ultimate showdown, and it's coming to Valley Ford of Columbus. Experience the thrill of Ford GTs and Ferraris for your up-close viewing at the Ultimate Car Show. This Friday, September 19th from 6 to 9 p.m. Everyone's invited to marvel at these iconic machines and enjoy live music and food trucks. Show off your special car, too. All makes and models are welcome. Register at the show or online, valleyfordofcolumbus.com. It's the official dealership of Carnell Tate. Be there.
Shop the Meijer 2-Day Super Sale this Friday and Saturday and bring more savings to life with low prices on household items like buy one, get one free Arm & Hammer liquid laundry detergent, buy one, get one free Ziploc bags. Lysol disinfecting wipes are just $2.99 and a 2-pack of Meijer paper towels is only $4.49. Low prices and huge savings at the Meijer 2-Day Sale. Now that's the good life. Exclusions apply. See all deals in-store or in the Meijer app.
Rothman Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present Gold Jacket Thursday.
Presented by the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
All right, welcome back. It is a Gold Jacket Thursday, and this is very close to my heart, being a diehard Vikings fan, because my team used their first-round pick, 19 overall in the 88 draft, on an All-American guard from Arizona State. He went on to the Vikes and immediately earned that starting role, played in all 16 games his rookie season, 202 straight starts that continued through the end of his career, including 12 straight Pro Bowls. He's a member of the all-decade team of the 90s, class of 2009, into football heaven into Canton, Ohio, and he is back. He is Hall of Famer Randall McDaniel. Welcome back, my man.
Hey, glad to be here, man. Thanks for having me.
I really enjoyed your enshrinement speech, and something kind of stood out to me when you said that in your wildest dreams, you could never have imagined standing here today. What did you dream of most as a kid?
Yeah, every kid has that dream of playing professional football if you're playing out in the street or the park or anywhere with your buddies. And then going through college at Arizona State, my goal was just to, get an opportunity to play football in the NFL, and I did. So never did think about after a career that the Hall of Fame was the next step. It was just I had 14 great years. No, never thought about standing on a stage with all my heroes that I had watched play when I was a kid growing up, or watched play or played with. And so at that moment, standing on the stage, it was just surreal. I mean, you can dream it, but until you're standing there, there's no greater feeling than being there.
So let me take you back a little bit. You mentioned Arizona State because I think we have a fairly big connection. You played for former Buckeye coach John Cooper, correct?
Yes, he came in during my third year.
You go to the Rose Bowl and beat Michigan. So there's a lot in common with the people down here in Columbus. They're loving you more by the minute.
It was fun. I mean, Bo Schembechler was a legendary coach there. And, we got to be we were the first team actually from Arizona State to go to the Rose Bowl and win the Rose Bowl. So that was a great thing there, too.
That was against Harbaugh and Jamie Morris and that crew?
Yes, it was. It was. When they had Jumbo Elliott as their lineman, who also got drafted out of that class. They had some great players over there. And, I think everybody assumed that they were just going to run us over and then that'd be it. But we had other plans for that day.
I read you went to Arizona State as a tight end, and I heard you volunteered, because I think that's the most important word, volunteered to switch to guard. Is that true?
That's true. I just wanted to play at that point. I was a tight end, as they said, and then they had open tryouts for the guard spot during our bye week. And I went to the line coach and asked, is it truly an opportunity to play? And he goes, yeah. So I switched pads, put the lineman pads on that week, practiced for 8 days, and started against Oregon State coming out of the bye week, and never looked back after that.
We are visiting with Randall McDaniel, the Hall of Famer, class of 2009, 202 consecutive starts, 14 seasons, 9 straight All-Pro selections, and 12 straight Pro Bowls. Quite a resume. What impact did Denny Green make on the team when he got to Minnesota, and what impact do you think he made on you?
Oh, God. Well, I always start with my first coach. When I first got there, it was Jerry Burns, and John Michaels was my line coach. They that's put those values in me. Taught me more football than I would ever know. And so that set the stage for everything going down the road. And then Coach Green came in after that, and we just kept it rolling. I mean, he brought some great players in around us. I think that's when Chris Carter was there, with Chris Carter, Moss, Robert Smith, and all these guys came in. And we just kept rolling from there. I always give credit to the first guys that got me there.
Very good of you to do that. In the huddle with those guys, you got a rookie Randy Moss, Chris Carter, you mentioned Robert Smith, Jake Reed. What were those huddles like?
Yeah, every receiver says he's open on every play. But we had a blast. Randy's rookie year was 98. That's the year we went 15-1, and we stand in the huddle. We knew we weren't going to lose. And as soon as we went long to Moss, as a lineman blocking, you're looking around the guy's shoulder that you're blocking, going, oh, God, that's a great catch. Or you're telling the guy that you're blocking, you should see what he's about to do now.
You and me both don't want to relive 98, but I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about it. Were you aware at the time of Gary Anderson's streak, were you aware that he was perfect that season before that game, never having missed a field goal or an extra point? And obviously, if he kicks that 38, 39-yarder against Atlanta, you go up 10, you're probably playing in the Super Bowl. Were you aware in the moment that he was perfect?
Yeah, we all knew it. He took us out to dinner. He took the linemen out to dinner at the end of the season before playoffs started, just to thank us for doing a great job up front. So, yeah, everybody knew. And when we went to kick the field goal, we knew it was going to go through. Unfortunately, it did not. But you can't fault Gary. He had a great season. He was a great teammate to have on the team. And in that game, we made mistakes that led up to that point. It never should have come down to a field goal in the end.
But you still live in Minneapolis, correct?
I am still in Minneapolis, just out southwest of the city, still there.
It's quite a diehard fan base, is it not?
Oh, it is. Yeah, the fans are great. The people are great in Minnesota. It's part of the reason why I stayed after I retired from playing with the Vikings.
An Arizona guy who chooses to retire in Minneapolis, that's usually the reverse.
Hey, I never thought I would stay in the Arctic tundra myself either. But, hey, like I said, the people were great there. I started working in the schools after I retired. All the charity work that I do is based in Minnesota. So it was an easy choice to make in the end of my career. It was to stay there and call that my home.
Denny did put you in the backfield, correct? A couple times?
Well, I'll give you the story on that. It started when I was in college. I would play fullback on short yards and goal line. And then when I signed with the Vikings, for the first 9 years, I was short yards and goal line, lead block on that. So it started before Denny even got there. And then he just kept it going when he took over, which I love because, as you know, being the lead blocker and playing fullback, the linebacker has to take you on. They can't avoid you. They have to take you on. So I literally would check in eligible, and I would look at the guy who was going to block and tell him, you know what's coming. I think every time I ran it, we got the first down or we scored the touchdown on it. I don't think I ever not got what we needed. So, that was just a blast to be able to do that.
But they never handed you the ball, correct?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. But Phoenix Cardinals, it was a play. They handed the ball off to me. We were supposed to run it on the 2-yard line. We ran it on the 6. I only got to the 3. And then they called it again, but everybody knew it was coming, and I got to the 1. And then the next play, I actually blocked for the guy, and we walked right in the end zone. So there you go.
You were the fridge before the fridge, man, or at least right around that time. Or maybe he was before you, but either way, that's pretty awesome. Yeah. What are your thoughts on the tush push?
I love it. We used to call it the wedge when we played. The only difference was the quarterback the quarterback did was quarterback sneak, wedge play, quarterback sneak. And it basically is this mano a mano. You get down there low and everybody fires off into a spot, onto a guy, and all you want to get is that yard. I say this is just my own opinion, because they don't put pads on as much anymore. Defenses hate it. Offensive linemen love it. It's our chance to impose our will over the guy in front of us. So, yeah, I'm all for the tush push. If you don't want them to do it, then stop them.
We are visiting with one of the finest offensive linemen to ever put on a uniform, Randall McDaniel, my Vikes. Then you finished up in Tampa. How did that feel to you?
It was fun. I got to go back and play on natural grass again, and I also got to play for Tony Dungy. What a nice way to finish my career, and going to play for Coach Dungy.
Retired a Viking, you're in the Ring of Honor, you're back in football heaven in Canton, Ohio. This residency program is bringing back so many greats to not only just revisit their own history and to take a look at that great-looking bus there in the gallery, but to then impact Canton in the community and maybe something you didn't really probably get a full chance to do when you were enshrined.
No, he did not. I'm loving the program. It is great. I mean, to get to go around Canton, as they say, our second home, get to be out in the community and meet the people. I'm loving every minute of it. I mean, how can you not?
Well, you deserve it, man. You know, for a fan like me, obviously, you know, reliving 98 is tough. Does it ever crop up for you at all, or is it more now just part of the history, part of the journey, part of accepting sports for what it is? You can't win every game. It's a single game elimination in football. Does it figuratively haunt a little bit still, or no?
No, I'll be honest with you, it does not haunt me. I will say that when you brought it up, and that then you make me think about it. But I will say this: it was the only time after a game that I'm easygoing. Once the game's over, I let it go. But I walked around for 2 weeks not happy, and it took me a while to get over it. But in the end, it's football. It's a great sport. Football is a great sport, and it's a game. And I always remind myself of that. It is a game. It's not life or death. And I'm fortunate that I got to play it at that level, and I had the opportunity to even do what I did. So that's how I look at it. So it's not for me. I understand the fans. The Vikings history: 4 Super Bowls, no wins, and then to get that close and not finish the job. I get that, but I don't think of it as much until someone brings it up.
Yeah, it's a team game. And you guys, as a team, were probably the best offense at that time in the history of the NFL. You deserved a lot of accolades for it because you were the one leading the way and clearing those lanes. After your career in teaching, I imagine the fulfillment you get is as much as maybe you got in football, being around the kids and teaching.
It is close. It is close. I tell the kids before I retired from there, I told them if you get that opportunity, run with it. But make sure you do all the things you need to do so you can have that opportunity. But I think I get a little more out of the teaching. You're making a difference. I mean, I know you brought up my Hall of Fame speech, and in the end, I brought up about who are the difference makers in people's lives. And I had some great difference makers in my life that were teachers that made a difference for me. And so I'm just trying to pay it forward and give back what they gave to me. So I get a little more enjoyment out of that. I mean, and I do. I go to graduations every year. I've gone to weddings of some of the kids. I've gone back to football games of some of the kids that I worked with back in the day. And so I think that one is slightly ahead of football for me.
Good for you, man. Great perspective. Be well. Enjoy this time. You deserve it so much, Randall. This visit was outstanding. Thank you.
Well, thank you for having me on. Appreciate it.
You got it. Randall McDaniel, one of the great Pro Bowl linemen ever. That 98 season we relived was when the Vikings offense was then a record, 556 points. But even more importantly than that, he allowed like 1 sack the entire season, and they averaged about 5.5 yards a carry running behind him on that side of the line at least. And then went on to Tampa and made a Pro Bowl in his last couple of years with Tampa and blocked for half a dozen 1,000-yard rushers and a lot of 3,000-yard passers during his 14-year career. And it was a pleasure to have him on. We'll come back. And by the way, if you haven't been up to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, I know this is a bye weekend. This would be an outstanding weekend to get up there and go through that history. We've got a couple of bye weekends this year for Ohio State. Pick one of them and get your butt to Canton. You will not regret it. We come back with Tell the Truth. Rothman and Ice and the Fans.
We know everything about you. We know you love the Buckeyes. We know you love the Jackets. We know you're wearing a red shirt. I just freaked the hell out of someone. The Fan.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Swing by Germain Toyota and ask for Marcello and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit them at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Save big on 6-ounce packages of raspberries or blackberries. They're only $1.99 each with your digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
From sold-out stadiums under Friday night lights to more than 100,000 screaming fans on the banks of the Olentangy, America's football capital is right here in OHIO. But the greatest players and coaches of all time live in Canton at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It doesn't matter if you spend your Sundays yelling "Hoo Day" or barking like a dog from your seats in the pound. A trip to the Pro Football Hall of Fame should be on every fan's bucket list. Plan your trip at ProFootballHof.com. The Pro Football Hall of Fame. Ignite the passion, relive the glory.
5 words no one wants to hear. You need a new roof. What do you do? Who do you call? How are you going to pay for it? Hey, it's Timmy Hall, and these are all questions that run through people's minds when they hear those 5 words. But if you pick up the phone and call Victor's Home Solutions, your new roof will be the easiest, most hassle-free home improvement project you'll ever do. Victor's has thousands of 5-star ratings for both customer service and high-quality installation. Plus, they offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. And since no one wants to pay these high interest rates for a limited time, Victor's is offering 5-year, no-interest financing with minimum monthly payments for qualified buyers. So if you need a new roof, don't stress. Victor's Home Solutions has your back. It starts with a free 21-point roof inspection. It assesses the exact condition of your roof and what needs to be done next. Set up your inspection today. 866-VICTORS. That's 866-VICTORS or online at victors.com.
Matty Ice here from McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion. I recently bought a brand new Chevy Trax from McDaniel GM Superstore. It was by far the best car purchase I have ever made. And right now you can get a 2025 Trax at McDaniel GM Superstore for as low as $21,995. And with over 40 in stock, you know you'll find the perfect one for you. They're just a short drive north off Route 23 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. McDaniel GM Superstore, where great deals meet a century of trust. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
It's always a good day at the Nationwide Children's Hospital Championship. September 18th through 21st at the Scarlet Course. PGA Tour's Rising Stars compete, Hub 13 drink specials, and more. Get free tickets today at ncc-golf.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone for Window Nation. Did you know, right now, the time we are in, that is the best time of year to buy new windows? Yeah, whether you have old drafty windows or the cheap ones that came with your house, September is the perfect month to protect your home against cold, snowy weather. And let's be honest, it's going to get hot later next year anyway, so you want it for then too. Year-round savings with energy-efficient windows from Window Nation, that's one of the best offers they have. But now this month, they have an even better offer. Buy 2 replacement windows, get 2 for free. Plus, you won't pay any interest, monthly payments, or down payment for 2 years. And if you're a Buckeye fan, you've got another reason to buy, because Window Nation will give you 2 free tickets to an upcoming Ohio State football game if you purchase a whole home full of windows. Trusted company, a reasonable price. Go Bucks, it's all there. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No interest, no payments until 2027. WindowNation.com or 866-90-NATION to get your free quote today. That's 866-90-NATION or WindowNation.com. Go Bucks.
Austin and Berm are back with a new daily podcast, The Ultimate OSU Football Insiders. You know, it's refreshing to have some smart people working here from time to time.
The Beat with Austin and Berm on the 10 TV Plus app.
Subscribe today. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Tell the truth with Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Window Nation. Buy 2 windows, get 2 for free. Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com now.
All right, before we get to truth, if you missed anything from the show, check out the Rothman and Ice podcast, sponsored by our friends at Bet365. Get it wherever you get your podcast. By the way, we're taking the show on the road tomorrow. We're going to be out at Pub 13, Scarlet Course, Nationwide Children's Hospital Championship, birdies, beers, Friday into the bye week. Birdies, beers, and bye weeks. It's going to be great. You'll be there too. Alliteration at its finest. And you're going to be there too.
I will be there. Yeah, I will be there. I'm looking forward to that little
Scotty Vegas will be there.
Scotty Vegas will be there. Cole, you're going to be back here.
I will.
Holding the fort down at the studio.
I'll be calling Tim May. Getting ready for
I think he's
semicolon.
I think he's on hold right now. I don't think
Tim's ready to go at any time.
I think he's ready
That's my
now.
guy. Tim May. You can call him right. You could
23
Tim, you ready
hours.
to come on? He'd be like, yeah,
I'm already
sure.
on. Dave, I'm already on hold.
I'm ready to go.
He might be on hold. Boy, I got him to turn around.
He's like, oh,
I did turn around.
He's like, oh, wait, is Tim really on the line?
23-hour hold. That way you won't have to call him. Get him now.
Seriously, Tim. If Tim's riding around hearing this, he'll just call in. He'll talk Ohio State
on
football
hold
in his sleep. I love it.
Maybe he'll win the contest.
What was our term for that? For the
prize pouncer.
Prize pouncer?
Yeah.
Anthony is all about the cool phrases. What was the one yesterday? I always forget it. Began with the C. Cole, what was it?
Crashing out.
Crashing out. He's like, as a kid say, he's crashing out. We were all like,
I think you dropped a kid saying
it's
today,
almost like you guys know what I'm going to talk about and tell the truth today.
I really don't.
Because I have written on my paper.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Rothman gave us a standing on business and a crashing out.
Crashing out.
Today, Biddle gave us an in his bag.
Yeah, you did give an in his bag.
Oh man!
But you didn't give him his flowers.
I'm way too old to be saying in his bag.
Did you give him his flowers in his bag?
Did you give him his flowers in his bag?
Now, you did suffix it with, as the kids say. I think Rothman prefixed a couple of his with that. Now, so we got some Gen Z slang that I want to abolish.
Okay.
And you guys let me know.
Yep.
It's just stuff that we've heard too many times. We're over it. We don't like the phrasing, whatever the case may be. But we want to get rid of it.
I got a couple myself.
I did take your first one, Rothman. Give so-and-so their flowers. That is a weird phrase.
It's fine when it happened. It's more for like theater, great actor, great performance. They hand him a bouquet of flowers. I'm assuming that's where it came from. I'm just going to guess. That's where they got it from. Give him his flowers. But yeah, I think that one needs to go.
Yeah, throw that away like a bouquet of flowers.
Yeah. I am so done with hearing people refer to hot dogs as glizzies.
I don't think I've even heard that.
Oh.
Glizzies?
Yeah. Glizzy.
Yeah.
Glizzy.
Glizzies. Okay, yeah.
It doesn't come up
good
as
with getting
much.
rid of that. I've never heard that.
There are some people who only call it glizzy and don't even call it a hot dog.
But how many times
Glizzy.
is someone really talking about hot dogs?
I guess it's not. Yeah.
What are the percentages? Like, if I went to one of my friends, hey, I'm going to go, do you guys want a glizzy? They would be like.
How many would know what you're talking about?
One of them might punch me in the face. Like, no. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I've never heard of that.
Because you got a daughter.
Is that the foot-long glizzy?
You got a daughter in college and one still in high school?
I do.
Drop that one to the family group text at some point and see what happens.
Picking up glizzies on the way home.
Like, we're gonna have a grill out this weekend. You guys want me to get some glizzies?
All right. I'm not as. I don't think that one needs to go because I think it's so in a vacuum.
I've heard that's not something that you can just use in every single sentence.
Right. All right. Keep going.
I'm done with the word drip. That was cool for 2 seconds. We're done with that.
Yeah, because I like drip for a while, but it's played out.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got some nice drip.
Doesn't bother me as much, but I can understand where you're going.
I'm done with calling every woman queen. You're not royalty.
Yeah.
We're all
They do it for the
human-
guys too, right? I see it in my fantasy chats all the time. Rest up, King.
Oh, I thought
You'll
they
be
were
back
calling,
next week.
I thought they were calling your guys
Short.
queen.
There, yeah. There is short kings, although that's almost like done sarcastically.
Have you ever had a little king?
Well, you said it perfectly. Yeah, exactly. We're going way back in the day. Right with your Zima, have a little kings.
Yes,
you said it perfectly.
Way before
we
Zima.
need to call every woman queen. Like that should be like reserved for like
this?
the higher tier, right?
Yeah.
How about this? I'll throw a couple at you.
Okay.
And you decide.
I'm ready.
Are you done with Riz?
No, I actually like that one.
Okay. Are you done with capping?
Yeah, cap can go.
No cap. Like, I think that's done,
Yeah,
right?
no cap. Like, no lie, basically, right? No cap.
How about bet?
Yeah, I'm done with that, too.
I was never, in with that, so I can't even get done with it. Okay, what about...
Those are the three.
I kind of like this one. What about fade? Like, I'm fading Barkley this week, or I'm fading Browning.
I think it's a gambling term, though.
I still kind of like it. So I am not ready to cancel that one.
My friends and I use that a lot in terms of, gambling whenever one of our friends is on a cold streak.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm fading you.
But it was like 10 years ago, I never really heard like, hey, man, I'm fading this guy in fantasy.
That's
then it
correct.
came out and it was like.
I wasn't sure what it was at first as well.
I get it. I think I heard the first time I ever heard that was CB. Not our CB right here.
The other CB.
Colin Behringer. He said something about like, I'm fading doing Aaron Jones this week. And I'm like,
it
took me a minute. I'm like, oh, that's
the
pretty
thing
good.
about it is I've only heard it being referred in gambling. So it doesn't bother me that much, but yeah, somebody tweeted me one time about you just want to fade something or that team, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Like if your buddy called you and was like, hey, I'm fading my wife this weekend, you'd be like, wait, that's not the proper terminology. You're seeing your mistress. You're fading my wife. You're fading your wife. It typically is a betting term. Yes.
That sounds murderous.
That's
the fade store call. They're running out of you.
Are you in or are you done with Gen Z haircuts?
Don't know what they are.
Oh, like the broccoli
Mahomes?
cuts?
Like what?
Like the curly hair on the top with the fades on the sides and the back.
You mean like what
the
you
ones
got
that I
going?
get.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm out with whatever Avery Johnson from Kansas State is doing with his hair.
He looks like a WNBA player.
That guy, somebody needs to take him aside and be like, other than your father and your brother fighting after a game in Dublin, that is the worst look possible for your family is your hair.
Dave, he's just risen. No cap. Dude's just risen. And he's probably bussing somewhere. Where are you on bussing?
I'm fading his hair.
All right, well done.
Bussing's not popular enough for it to be annoying yet. But it's probably already done.
All right, I enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Done. Common Man and Timmy up next. They'll take you throughout the afternoon. Remember, we're on the road tomorrow, Pub 13. Join us at high noon. Rothman Ice on the Fan.
Whoa.
Catch the latest from the world of Ohio State athletics. Weeknights at 6 on the Buckeye Show.